The 49ers were that underdog team last year that was knocking down some of the best in playoffs. They lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship game and looked like they needed just one more factor to take them over the edge. With their run guru Mike McDaniel gone and a couple of 49ers going with them, we'll see how far this team goes without them. I'll be going over their starting lineups, the schedule, and last year's performance so we could get the most accurate prediction of their season. Starting with the passing stats, they were the 4th least throwing team but still performed above average, had the 12th most passing yards, were the 13th least sacked team, had the 14th most passing touchdowns at a 66 completion percentage, which is like 2 out of 3 passes, and they had the 9th highest QBR. Moving on to the bread and butter of this offense, and that is the run game. 6th most attempts, 7th most rushing yards, and tied for the 5th most touchdowns. Their run game completely improved over the past couple of years thanks to Mike McDaniel, but now that he's gone, we'll see what changes. Maybe Shanahan or someone else on the coaching staff has got it now, but we'll see how well they'll do without him. Looking at the offense, starting at the quarterback position, it's between Trey Lance and Jimmy G. It's good that they kept both. If I was the coach, I would play Lance as much as I can, then put Jimmy G when I need to. Kind of like a closing pitcher if Lance isn't that clutch yet. At running back, Raheem Mostert left for Miami, so now you're going with Elijah Mitchell, Jeff Wilson, Trey Sermon, and a new addition, Tyron Davis-Price. You still have Jusic, which I don't know how you say his last name, who is possibly the best fullback in the game. At wide receiver, Richie James and Trent Sherfield left. Debo, Brandon Ayuk, and Juwan Jennings are still there with the additions of Ray McLeod from the Steelers, Marcus Johnson from the Titans, and a 3rd round pick by the name of Danny Gray. At tight end, Tyler Kroft has joined the team from the Jets, who I believe played on the Bills before, and now he goes alongside George Kittle. And finally on the O-line, Tom Compton and Laken Tomlinson didn't resign, and the 49ers didn't get any replacements and are just going to play their roster with the addition of some rookies, but none of them are top talent. Overall, this team has some young ballers, but without a solid O-line, they won't be able to get much going, especially being a running offense. A lot of defenses have stacked up on their front 7, whether it's the pass rush, run stop, or both. I don't think this O-line will be able to handle it. Niners fans, let me know what you think. Am I wrong? Is this O-line underrated? Let us know in the comments. Moving on to the defensive stats, they're a pretty solid team, allowing the 3rd least yards, 14th least points, getting the 5th most sacks, and 20th most takeaways. Their defense has lost some key players, so we'll see if they'll still be good or even better. Starting with the D-line, DJ Jones, Arden Key, and Kendavius Street have all left. They then added Hassan Ridgeway, Kamoko Toure, and Kerry Hyder. You still have Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, and Javon Kinlaw. And at linebacker, you have Samson Ubakam, Fred Warner, D Ford, Dre Greenlaw, Aziz Al-Shair, and new addition from Green Bay, Oren Burks. At corner, you have Jason Verrett from the Chargers, Travarius Ward from the Chiefs, and you still have Emmanuel Mosley. And at safety, Jaquiski Tart, Tavon Wilson, and Marcel Harris didn't resign. So you have Jimmy Ward, Talanoa Hufanga, and new addition from the Colts, George Odom. Overall, this defense still looks pretty sick, and if anything, the corner spots have upgraded. That front 7 is still solid and easily a top 10 in the NFL, and the safeties should be one of the better groups in the league. Looking at their schedule, the season is going to be tough for them. They have the 5th toughest schedule, facing 4 easy matchups, 2 somewhat competitive matchups, and 11 against playoff caliber teams. It's going to be hard to get much going with that O-line, both in the run and passing game. But with that being said, I expect them to go 7-10, so they won't be making playoffs. I think they'll be able to split a game with the Rams or Cards, but I doubt it'll be both, unless it's week 18, depending on how well the Cards are and if they're the 1st seed in the playoffs. It'll be something like the Lions versus Green Bay last year, but we'll see because anything can happen as we go. Niners fans, what do you think of this season? Will they get right back into playoff contention, or do you see a setback year coming? Let us know in the comment section below. And by the way, if you bet on NFL games, click on the link below and visit thegridironbets.com. I go over all the research for each game so you don't have to. I also show you my picks and host a group chat for NFL bettors, giving you everything you need to have the best betting experience possible. It's convenient, it's free, and from what I've seen, there's nothing like it. With that being said, if you enjoyed my content, be sure to give me a like and subscribe, as it helps me beat this YouTube algorithm. That's it for this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.